Good evening, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to my room, a tip a day wellness series. Uh, Today is day 22. Thanks for being here. Uh, Angela, welcome. Anna Maria, welcome. Eric Peterson, welcome. As we are doing this tip a day simple tips on wellness, my thrust is always proactive wellness. That is, we're not just going to the doctor when we are sick, but we are actively involved, proactively involved in following wellness ways that our civilization has learned through science and through ancient practices, traditional practices, and all that. There's a lot of wisdom in ancient cultures, civilizations. What we need to do is we need to examine them and study them and don't believe them, but really go into the research mode and investigate these practices that they have done. I certainly understood a lot more about healing when I studied the ancient cultures, right? So we're talking about today wellness workshops. There are so many wellness workshops people are doing in variety of ways. Not only me, so many people are doing them. The workshop is supposed to give you uh, what are the ways of living, like a pillars of living, our diet, our exercise, our way of sleeping, and how we keep our mind, how we deal with the stress, and all those things can be learned. Instead of subjecting ourselves to stressful situations, if you learn how to deal with them, how to keep your mind quiet, how to take care of your body during the stressful conditions or days, for example, you are having a tax day, all the contents they do develop stressful reactions of headaches and not able to concentrate, not able to sleep and all that. Many people, while they are doing the job, they kind of expose themselves to this stressful situation for which we already have so many solutions, right? Or you can also know what is good for you to eat, what is not. So if you equip yourself with the armamentarium of all the knowledge of these ancient practices and modern scientific breakthroughs, you should be proactively really protecting your wellness, right? So that's why it's important for you to go attend the wellness workshops. I kind of come up with a recent idea, which I talked about this morning, for the geriatric patients, the people who are confined to their homes and then they're getting bored or they don't have anybody to look after them or they can't afford going to the nursing home because it's too expensive. They are not eligible for the government services because they're not poor enough. Those kind of people, I wanted to open to them my workshops, my wellness club, my consultation channel, and all that, so that they can reach out to somebody, and then I can teach them so many things. I can teach them how to do yoga in their chair, how to do yoga while standing, how to do breathing exercises, how to practice meditation so that they don't subject themselves to a lot of stress with boredom or with Netflix binge seeing and all that, right? So there are so many opportunities that we could create for a lot of people so that they can go and educate themselves or find out for themselves what are the proactive wellness measures that you could do in your life that will help you. For example, if you find out that you are drinking too much of coffee, that caffeine is not good for your blood pressure and so many things, right? You can spoil your appetite, you cannot sleep very well. So these are superficial, they are much deeper. uh, side effects of the caffeine being a vasoconstrictor. It can worsen your blood diseases and all that, right? So CVS, right? That's what I mean, heart diseases. So you want to understand these things much better now because you have blogs, you have so many newsletters, you have a lot of sites, websites you can go. But gathering together with somebody who has the same illness as you in your neighborhood clinic, which I used to organize in the evening time. I used to give them 1 hour of my own time so that the people with obesity gather together at one day, and other day people with the diabetes can gather together and compare notes and then understand each other. So that was very popular with my patients because they learned a lot from their fellow patients rather than um, authorities like us. They do ask us questions, but then they feel much more comfortable with the same kind of people, right? So wellness workshops, wherever they are conducting, find out your neighborhood clinic or your libraries or your websites, whatever, wherever they're happening these days through the Zoom webinars, master classes happen. Okay? You can always make this aim of how can I learn how to be acting proactively, in which way I can act so that I can be well and live long, and also live long well in joy, not in misery, right? So what we are finding nowadays is people are so busy working. Even now it's going on. They don't have time to have self care, and they are in the middle of the work, and then they get so stressed out, they kind of spoil their health. Instead of that, have a routine, stick to the routine, and also figure out the stress points in your work and then act against them. That kind of thing. So you will learn a lot of these simple tidbits in the wellness workshop that are conducted so many places, right? What I am suggesting on this day today, on day 22, have find out where are the wellness workshops are happening, and then go and attend to them and learn these simple tips, and then you can really compare notes, and you can gather material, go and research about it, and learn from it, write down what is applicable to you. For example, if I say I'm a modern physician but I was studying ancient wisdom, what is that ancient wisdom? What are the healing workshops that I do? You can comment it. Suppose I do something on energy. Okay, I will put in like a modern quantum mechanics and what it is saying about human energy. We are being energy beings, and what did the ancient system Ayurveda said about that energy, and what did they say about the food varieties that have different kinds of energies, and how can we match that with our energies. They basically said three types, right? V type, K type, P type, and each one has special characteristics. If you are a combination of two energies, usually all the energies may be there, but two will be predominant. One of them will be the most predominant. So suppose you are a vata type or a pitta type, and you are a combination of those types. You want to find out what are the foods that aggravate it or depress it. You want to find out what kind of lifestyle, like what kind of thinking, what kind of walking, what kind of things you do that will aggravate your own energy type. That's a new information for you. By adopting that and understanding what is your combination of types, you have so many quizzes online. You go and say, I want to, is it called dosha type? DOSHA, dosha quiz. Then you can go and find the quizzes and find out what kind of doshas you have. Do you have vata, pitta, kapha? These three energies are described in Ayurveda. Then you will find out what are the foods that have the high of these energies, what are the foods that don't have it. Then you can balance your energy by taking the foods compatible to your dosha, right? That's a new information, unique for you. And then you just to go and find out and understand about yourself and understand the foods you are taking, and you can very well balance your energy. Okay, so Those kind of people I kind of studied, investigated, and then found out that they're working for me very well, right? So I always brag about me being 69-year-old. I don't use any medications. That's because I'm very proactive about my wellness. I'm not obsessed about it, but I move. I try to keep my mind quiet, which is fortunately that is happens all the time. And also, I kind of try to help people, reach out people, and come to these kind of meetings. I take a lot of pain to do this. When I do these meetings, I feel happy because I'm kind of trying to help somebody. Maybe this talk will touch somebody, and then they will resolve to go to a wellness workshop, and then they make it a habit to be self-conscious about their own health problems, and then be proactive instead of allowing the disease to go on mushrooming within yourself, and then go to doctor when it is too late, or when it is really having complications of the disease. Okay, so the sooner you can um, nip in the bud, the better these things are, right? Suppose you have something very incurable, we cannot do about it, but general chronic conditions, people disease, and then they lose all energy. That's not needed. These days we can find out what are the supplements you need, what are the vitamins you need, what is a nutritious food that has all the essential nutrients, and also supplements that you need, right? So there's a whole lot of things we can find out with a simple blood test. What is your metabolic profile? And then see what kind of things you are lacking in, and then replace it. So being proactive about wellness is common sense these days. Is kind of understood, because later on you may need uh, costlier treatment, or maybe laid off from the work, or maybe disturbance to your family. Maybe you cannot enjoy those relationships, and then you cannot really go out on a vacation with them and all that, right? So what I'm saying here is, this is a proactive wellness is something I talk about, is the um, is used to be done only for top executives. So those executives, because they kind of control so many people's lives, they cannot be sidelined. So they will spend a lot of money to have these things done ahead. But what I'm saying is, you don't have to spend a lot of money, but you need to spend your mind to find out what is this proactive wellness? How can I be proactive about my wellness measures on my body, on my mind? And how can I study them? How can I have recommendations? People like me are there all around. Okay, the coaches, the health coaches, the doctors, the nurses, the nurse practitioners, medical assistants. So many people help you with these things. If you go to a good progressive clinic these days, you'll have a health coach that will be helping you to see what is happening between visits, that will be helping you how can you plan down the line. All those things are there. So make use of them. Be smart consumer, smart patient, and then you will be able to do these things routinely. When they are very small, you can really take care of those health problems in you. For example, if somebody has a heart attack in your family, your father or your grandfather, and then you are eating the same diet that they ate, and you are doing the same kind of lifestyle they had, then you could go and have your blood tested, and then you will find out your lipid profile, and that will give you an idea about where you are going, what is happening with your diet. Suppose you eat out all the time and you don't have the control of the diet, then you want to switch that. A lot of people I advise is to grow their own fruits and vegetables, and then make it a habit to eat them regularly. Okay, that's a simple thing, but the people they say, "Oh, we don't have time and all that." Then go to organic um, um, farmers market and get your vegetables fresh, and then cook them and eat them. That's what I tell them usually. So my initiatives are always to promote corporate health in terms of this proactive wellness, individual patients and their families, and also groups of people I talk to. Uh, like I'm talking here to a group, right? A very small group, but still a group. And then other people, they claim that they listen to my talks whenever I come on them. Okay, so this is okay, because as long as somebody is listening to me even after I'm done, that's good enough. So a lot of people may not consider this very glamorous or very important and all that. But then I saw people at a very late condition in so many diseases, diabetics, high blood pressure people, or high cholesterol people, because they don't realize these conditions are brooding under their skin. They are not coming out, and by the time they come out, they are already advanced. And also, if you don't take care of them properly, the chronic conditions goes into complications, which make you morbid. Morbid means you are sick and cannot work very well, and mortality is later, because a lot of people have these cardiac events, heart attacks and strokes, and they succumb to that, right? That will be too late for them to. Lots of people have difficulty getting better from that. So plan, understand your wellness measures, how we can be proactive about it, and implement them in your lifestyle. These I call TLC. Normally, TLC is tender loving care by the nurses, but then TLC here is therapeutic lifestyle changes. That means I tell you that not only take the medication as a therapy, but also I will tell you you change your diet this way. And I'm going to tell you, to send you to a nutritionist. That nutritionist will look at it and they say, okay, so be, see something happened to my stream ad. Let me see. So you got to understand the proactiveness of this uh, lifestyles, therapeutic lifestyles. Then you will be able to do them slowly and in your own time, and thereby you take charge of your health. Be conscious about it. Don't be obsessive about it, but just to change the lifestyles of understanding how these things become big deal for you down the line. Okay, so that's what I wanted to tell you about today. I can go on this, but let me tell you a couple of things I'm doing. I kind of started a new initiative in my company, which is called BA PAL LLC is my company. In that company, we're starting a new initiative for elderly people who are above 60, 65, but still functional, but they're at home and they are not able to interact with many people. So we want to provide opportunity for them to interact with us, with our groups, and also learn new things, and also do meaningful and purposeful living things that they could. We can provide opportunities for them. So somebody is at home and they are bored and they cannot do anything. They're just watching the TV, and then they are losing all hope to live well. Then we can create to them something like a whatever they want to learn, whatever they want to you know interact with it, right? So we can create opportunity for them to learn music, or we can a language, or new exercise ways of so many things that they could do online with it. Like I'm doing yoga with people. Tai Chi, I can show them, or we can invite other people to teach them aerobics, to teach them maybe some toning exercises. I can teach myself so many, but what I want to provide for the elderly people is a community where they can come and participate and make their days more meaningful and something that they will enjoy. This is going to be called NEW, NEW, Nurturing Elderly Wise People. the purpose is to provide them avenues that they can participate and beat the loneliness, and also it's an affordable way, and also they can really find meaning and purpose in whatever they are doing. Okay, so this is a model that is being used around universities. So because universities have all these facilities that they can walk and then go and learn, and these LLP are required to live around that and then walk to the different activities that are there. But I'm making my online presence to be working at least for some people, whoever is wanting to use this facility. Okay, so I have already listed the offerings my club gives, and how I can make them available for those people. Okay, so we have to now initiate advertising that we are doing this, and see whether people will take it up. Okay, so if you have anybody who is elderly who can use that kind of service, refer them to us. Okay, so thank you, and if anybody has questions, I'm open to talk to them if they want to cover. That's fine. Okay. This series is going to go on for some more time. For those people who are not with me from the beginning, I'm going to go up to 60. Now in 22, I have so much more to go on this uh, and these tips. Okay, I put these tips because daily I can come, I can interact with people, and also I'm making it much watered down than I usually do. I can go pretty deep on each subject. Like a wellness workshop is a big topic for me, but then it all depends on how interested people are. First of all, are you really proactive about your health and wellness? Are you proactive about your family's health and wellness? Are you really implementing all the things that you wanted to do at the New Year's Eve? What are the obstacles about not able to take in nutritious food? What are the obstacles not able to move your body, be functionally exercising yourself? So those kind of things are easy. I have presented so many presentations on these things, so you can go and refer to them in my talks. That they are there. Okay. So if you are interested in a particular point, particular subject, you're always welcome to send me a DM and ask me questions. I'll be more than happy to. But this new initiative I was talking about, which is the once again I will tell you, NEW, new. The name itself is new. Nurturing elderly wise people. Elderly people that are at home and not able to afford, all these clubs or retreats or uh, whatever they can do outside for a lot of money, and also go and live in a nursing home for a lot of money these days. And some people may have insurance, some people may not be at Medicare. And then even if they go there, that's also like a mini hospital. So they don't like it. They lose all just for life. So what I want to create is just like me. I am 69, but I'm very active with so many things. I do a lot of things that I enjoy. I go for the nature walks. I do the yoga with people. I guide them in their stress and burnout. So I have a very fulfilling, giving life. So I don't really have to look for anybody to engage me. I engage myself and with other people too. I do a lot of these kind of rooms, and I go to different variety of talks in the clubhouse and other places. And I have a very good spiritual study group that I do with, and I myself involved in spiritual talks where I will be talking about what is the big deal about the ancients exploring consciousness, exploring our mind, exploring our thought. When I compare what they have found to what we are doing in a modern times, it pales off. Okay, what ancients found out by their inner um, oriented mind and going beyond thought. That was amazing. But the people who are stuck in thought in modern times, it is beyond their understanding. But I'm happy. My mind is quite most of the time. Only when I'm talking or doing some things, I may use my thoughts. But I don't retain all the impressions. Only I will understand the lessons. I will use them as the time comes. But I don't involve myself going on thinking. But if you look at my modern colleagues and everybody, they tell me that they never have a moment of peace. They have to do deliberate meditation to calm them down. For me, I'm more like a meditative awareness. So, what is that is needing for the meditation is not really there for me. So that's a blessing, I think. you know. So what I'm saying is, I want to do this thing to many elders who are functionally functioning well, and but they don't have the opportunities to spend time with friends and colleagues and all that because they have retired and they are relegated to one corner of society and they are not really encouraged to come and participate, or they may not be able to afford because they already retired, they don't have the income, they have fixed income, it's very difficult for them, right? And then these days we have a lot of online entrepreneurship and a lot of young people are doing them. Older people may be difficult to get in, to stay in, to learn. But if they give them enough time and encouragement, they can get into new things, new technology. Like I'm into AI. I even know what OpenAI is talking about 4.0 yesterday, and I immediately I have my own resources where I got a full picture of what they were changing, how you can use it and all that. And that was very good. Okay. And now I'm up to date what's going on with the chat GPT and work with chat GPT quite a bit. See? So this is what people have to really understand. Uh, so anyway, that's what I want to tell today. And I'm sitting outside here, so there's a noise here probably. Uh, anyway, I just want to encourage all of you on this Wellness Day 22. Uh, Go to wellness workshops, seek and find and participate in them, learn the lessons, and then implement them in your lifestyles, which are called therapeutic lifestyles. You can prescribe for yourself, and thereby you'll be very, very clever and intelligent about using these measures. Okay. Thank you, and I will be seeing you again tomorrow with the next tape, day 23. It just goes on up to day 60. If I say something I'm going to do, I will do it. That's why I'm doing it, whether I have audience here or not. Um, but I think these are important topics for me to present to you guys, and hopefully somebody will receive them. Okay. Thank you, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.